Girl George.
Oh, yeah. Who's
Excellent.
this?
K.C.
K.C.
I do, yeah. I have a SoundCloud page. I originally was a drummer, but now I just compose music.
So where are you at? New York?
Yeah, Bronx, New York.
Bronx. How you like it there?
It is beautiful. I mean, Bronx has a very bad reputation as being like the worst borough, but pretty much it's the best. And where I live, which is Woodlawn is the new Williamsburg, so there you go.
So are you from there originally?
No, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. But I was conceived in Mexico.
On a vacation?
No, my parents were living in Guadalajara, actually. And then
Guadalajara.
And so they went over from Mexico to El Paso, Texas, to have me born, so I wouldn't be like Obama being born outside of the United States. That's just a joke. But I was the only white baby in the nursery.
Oh, well, that's cool. Hello, who's on this line?
What do you
Hello?
mean?
Go George.
Who's this?
Kamran.
Oh, you're only about 10 minutes late.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Go George. Am I in trouble?
No, that's all right. We'll talk to both of you. I got somebody else here from the Bronx on K.C. He's a musician, too.
Oh, okay, cool.
You still there, K.C.?
I am. I'm listening intently.
Okay, Kamran is a filmmaker, and he's a musician in Berkeley.
Nice.
So how long have you been playing, Kamran?
I don't know. I've probably been noodling around on the guitar for like 5 years, but I've only recently started to really learn stuff on it. So
how long you been filmmaking?
Filmmaking probably like 3 years. I started shooting stuff in my backyard more consistently recently, which we invited you to be on, the Lemon Tree Sessions.
Oh, you started them up again? You still doing those?
Yeah, we do those.
You have to get Paul Pot to come down with me because I can't play guitar anymore. I'm trying to learn slide, but I can't really wrap around my head. You got to play with me this week.
Slide, I think slide. You can figure that out.
Paul's going to be in Paris for the next 2 weeks, so I've got no one to back me up. So it's going to be you.
Okay, well, you got to teach me what are the chords again. It's like G7.
All right, E and B7, so we can do Johnny Get Herpes, okay?
Okay, all right, cool.
They're all up on the web on YouTube. You can get them off of there. So you're from Oregon, right?
Totally, I am from Oregon. I just moved here a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago. Have you ever met the Keithley people yet? Was a bus up there?
Oh no, I didn't. You gave me their address, but I haven't gone back up there.
They're back on the road again. It's the 50th anniversary of the Magic Bus. Up there was Ken Kesey people and Babs. Babs is still alive.
What if they swung by your house and asked you to jump on, would you?
Sure. If they had enough
Today?
acid.
Wasn't there one girl who took way too much acid and she ended up having to leave the bus?
Oh well.
Whatever happened to her?
She's probably a housewife somewhere.
Yeah, right.
In the burbs, dreaming about the good old days.
Yeah.
I never should have got off that bus.
So your father's from where? Iraq?
I'm from Iraq. No,
I mean,
no,
your father.
my dad's from Iran.
Iran, not Iraq. Okay. I don't know the difference. They all look the same to me. Sound the same to me. Those countries over there that were always trying to steal their oil. Give me your oil.
I mean, you couldn't have two countries that hate each other more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they
That's because they're
definitely...
neighbors. Neighbors always hate each other.
Neighbors always hate each other?
Yeah, some of them do. If they're fighting over oil.
That's a bad habit, I think.
Aren't they always fighting over oil over there?
Ken Kesey should have taken the magic bus to Iran and Iraq. You know,
yeah, gave them some acid.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened? So you still
doing that thing at the firehouse?
Pardon me?
Aren't you doing something at a place called the Firehouse?
Oh, that I go out to that sometimes. Brian does the booking for that. You had him on probably last week.
Yeah, what's that called?
Yeah. The Firehouse Art Gallery Media Mixer. It's a media mixer. So there's like a bunch of artists. There's like painters and photographers and musicians and stuff, and they all hang out in Berkeley. It's near the Ashby Bart.
I got to go to that one, too, one of these days. You guys got to learn to back me up so I can go with you. I haven't been able to play guitar in 10 years. Because I'm an old lady.
Open mic, you were saying that it felt like you might be able to do it again.
Well, I'm trying, but I can't seem to wrap it around my head how to do a slide. And somebody, you know, that girl took those great pictures of me, she loaned me a slide guitar, a lap steel, to play with.
Awesome.
So
that's
if I
perfect.
ever
that's
get around
to
plugging it in. See, I'm not one for practicing. I don't practice. So practicing is really hard for me. It's just, you know, I could go up on stage and fake anything, but as far as sitting in a room and practicing, I just never could do that. So
no practice makes a perfect disaster.
No, I'm good at it. I'm good at not practicing. Haven't you noticed? I practice there. You've been backing me up for years. Now you got to back me up on guitar.
Yeah, my theory is you practiced a whole bunch a long time ago, and then
never. No.
That's how you're so good now.
I had been playing 3 days. I knew 3 chords. I knew one song, and I went on stage and did it. And then I learned the other songs right before I went on stage, because I already knew the words. You know, there was all Dylan. First year I played, I did Dylan. This is back in '67. And in between I was a topless dancer on Broadway in North Beach, San Francisco.
What?
And in between my show,
what?
You didn't know that? I was a famous topless dancer back in the '60s. So in between my shows at the Peppermint Tree, I would go up the street, up on Upper Grant, where the beatniks were, and go to the Coffee Gallery and play at the open mic. And I would learn the song right before I walked on stage. I had this book with all these songs of Dylan songs in them. And I knew the words already by heart, so all I had to do was learn the 3 chords, G, C, and D, you know. That. Now I do E, A, and B sevenths because I found out I sing better or I scream better in E. So that's how I learned how to play. But see, I'd already been on stage naked, so going up there with a guitar and not knowing what I was doing wasn't no big fucking deal.
That is awesome. I had no idea.
You didn't know I was a topless dancer?
No, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Way before you were born. Probably before your mother was born.
You went out to these beatnik like clubs and just was like, I'm gonna play this Bob Dylan song.
Well, they were open mics. So when I first got a guitar, I was carrying it around, and I hang out at the coffee houses up there, and they needed somebody to open the open mic because they didn't have no one to be the first act when they first opened it, you know, for the night. And they said, "Hey, George, come up here and play." I said, "I don't know. I only know one song." They said, "We don't care. Just do one song." So I went up and did the one song, and then they put somebody else up. Somebody else had walked in by then. So that's how I started playing. And I played there all the time. That's why I love open mics. When I first started playing, I played open mics.
What's a beatnik?
But then I played before that. I used to do jam sessions. You know, they used to have jam sessions where all these musicians would play all night long out in Hayward. And you know, I'd be just switching around guitar players, drummers, keyboards, all that shit. And then they'd throw me up and let me sing. That was before I played guitar. So I've been doing that since I was 16, because I've been working in bars since I was 16. And I go to jam sessions, and the only one they would know would be Angel Baby, that real high song. It's just like heaven, that piece of shit. So that's the only one they knew. So I had to do that song for about 5,000 years until I started playing guitar, and then I started doing Dylan songs, which was "Fuck You," and that was more my thing, And I played all the punk clubs. I played the Maboo High when it first opened, and I played the Fillmore.
Did it get rowdy at the punk clubs?
Oh yeah, of course. It got right at all the clubs. Well, actually, the coffee houses, they threw beers, the drunks. And then Al's Bar in L.A. was punk club. They always threw cups. Not at me, because I was their favorite. I would kick their ass if they did. But at an act that went up there was bad and was weak, and they could smell weakness, they would throw all their cups at him. Sometimes there'd be a big cascade of plastic cups going up at the stage. But they would, one time, one guy, it was his first time in there, this keyboard player, and he had already been up there, and he was god awful. He didn't know who I was, but he was down below me. After he was on, I was on, and he was trying to talk this guy next to him into throwing cups, because he had heard that people threw cups. And he was trying to talk this guy next to him into throwing a cup at me, and I could see it. It was right in front of me. And I jumped off the stage and said, "You motherfucker, you better not." And the owner is up on the board up in the back, which is up in a wall, up above everyone. And he says, "Don't fuck with George." And the doorman comes running in and kicks him out. So that was the only one even contemplate throwing shit at me. But I was their favorite act. If I didn't go on right at 11 o'clock, they would boo whoever was on. I mean, they would just hiss and throw shit at them, They came to see me, and that's what they wanted to see, and they were violent about it. It was all artists and art students and
what
that
was this,
kind of stuff.
What was this club called?
Al's Bar in L.A. Downtown L.A. Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is L.A.
Video of it. You've seen that video of me doing Everybody's Crazy But Me, haven't you?
Hell yeah.
Haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you seen that video?
I have.
On YouTube?
I don't know if it's the one at the Al's Bar, but I've seen a live one of you playing it.
The one was a fiddle player that's really hot. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
How could you miss that? I've heard it 5 million times. It's in my movie. You seen my movie, or you didn't get around to seeing my movie?
No, I haven't seen your movie.
Shame on you. I showed it to you a year
ago. Shame on me. Have you seen my movie?
A year ago. Now, if you showed me a movie, I would have looked at it.
How long is your movie?
Huh? It's 2 hours.
How long is it?
But it's in pieces.
2 hours?
It's in pieces. It's in pieces, in 9-minute pieces. You can watch 9 minutes at a time. It's in sections, so you don't have to watch it all at once.
Why?
Okay, I'll finish that when I'm 42.
Huh?
I'll take it 9 minutes. I'll watch 9-minute sections like twice a week.
Okay. Because if you go back, it'll put you right back to where you stopped. It's in a playlist, so it'll go from one to the next and next and next. But if you stop at the end of one, you won't be in the middle of anything, because I cut it so it was in between, segments, because, it's in segments. They're talking to one person, or they're talking to another person, or blah, blah,
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen it. Shame on you. So, K.C., are you still there? I know I've been ignoring you.
I'm here. I'm just wondering why you would split it up into 9-minute segments. Is that for, advertising dollars on YouTube? You, get more money, per
No.
video
I don't get money. There's no money on it. I don't get money off of anything. I do everything for free.
So why not
I
just put it on,
I gave
one
up on
full
trying
thing?
to make money off of it because it costs me more money. It's cheaper just to put it out there for free. So anyway, when I first put it up there years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, they would only let you put 9 minutes at a time. So it's been up there for quite a long time. So that was the only way I could get it up there, was to put it 9 minutes at a time. And then they put up that playlist where you can put playlist and playlist now, so it'll go from one to the other to the other to the other, so it's fine. So otherwise, I would have put up the whole thing, but they wouldn't let me. So I tried. And I tried to put it on Facebook, but Facebook won't give you more than like about 20 minutes. They won't give you 2 hours, you know.
Yeah.
So it works out being, you know, I can't even put my radio show up on Facebook because they won't take, my radio show ends up being about 35 minutes. And they only let you use 20 minutes. So I put it all on YouTube, and then I put a link onto Facebook from it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I put pictures. Everybody's pictures has been on the radio show, and I put that together with the audio, and then I put that up on YouTube. So I've done about 80 shows. I've done about 80 shows now of this radio show that I do every week. Oh, I've had everybody on it. Flaming Rubies have been on it. The guy that invented the light shows, the liquid light shows, he's been on it. And Mike Wilhelm from the Charlatans, which was the group that started the whole Haight-Ashbury stuff, had all the Nashville Outlaws on, my friends.
You know who you should try to get on this? And you should look him up on YouTube, or on Facebook, Matthew Silver.
Who's he?
He's this guy in New York who basically, for the past 9 years on and off, has been just going to this public area called Union Square and just dancing in a Speedo and doing performance art, and he's gaining a lot of traction, actually. A lot of, you know.
Well, tell him to friend me. Tell him to friend me on Facebook, and I'll put him on the show if he wants to be on it.
All right, okay, I will.
See, most of them, I just talk to people I know.
Well, I mean, this guy's a real wackadoodle, you know, so.
Well, I don't know if I want to talk to a real wackadoodle. I like artists, but I mean, people that are really,
well, he's a performance
really
artist.
crazy.
Like, he got some sort of grant from, to, like, basically, you know, pay his rent. He lives in Brooklyn, and then he just goes and spreads the message of love via being, like, this performance artist who's, like, a village idiot, crazy person who gets a lot of stares, and he dances around in a Speedo and, you know, gives the message of love.
Oh, he's like that cowboy that plays guitar out in the middle of the street naked.
It's similar, but it's different, yeah.
Kamran and K.C., thank you for calling in. The show is just about over. So it was great talking to both of you, and look it up on YouTube. I'll have it up there. I'll have it up on Facebook, too.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for having me on, Girl George.
All right.
Yeah,
this is Girl George. This is Girl George and the Dragons, which is anyone I can drag on stage. Radio show. Later, alligator.